Yes, hello, a very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to have a discussion on a question, which is a discussion question here, a two-part question. The first part of the question the first part of the argument is that some people claim that workers should wear uniforms. Another part is that people should be free in their choice. So we have two arguments here. We need to discuss both these arguments and give your own opinion. So that's the thing here. We have two conflicting opinions or arguments or viewpoints. So we need to align with one. Here we do have opposing arguments. It cannot be going together. So we have to discuss the need of wearing uniforms. We have to discuss why people should not be forced to do so. So we have two things here. The first thing, why people support uniform. Another thing, why people discourage the use of uniform. Okay, so let's go ahead with the introduction. In the introduction, what's our purpose is to present both the arguments and state your opinion. So I have written my opinion. I separate my opinion here and I can make it in pink. Yes. Now we have two sentences prior to my opinion. The first sentence is the topic. It's a matter of controversy whether or not to make a uniform compulsory at work. So making uniform compulsory at workplaces is a matter of controversy. That's what we have said in the first. The topic on which the discussion goes on is presented the first. Now we have to say that some people support this while some people oppose this. So argument is also presented. So some people say that's needed and some people say it's unnecessary. And in my opinion, in all professional work situations, uniform is recommended. Now, I can say in most. I cannot say all, I can say most. Okay. So that's my opinion. My opinion is to be justified after presenting both the paragraphs. So the first paragraph is about why is it not compulsory? Because of the right of the individual to choose his preferred dress. To be clearer, every person has a personal preference of grooming. Some feel comfortable in cotton, some feel comfortable in nylon, some comfortable in other dress, polyester. So it's not justifiable to impose a rule, what type of dress you have to wear, and it should be like this. On top of that, on not all jobs demand uniform. It's not required in some professions actually. Then why should you wear a uniform? In certain situations, uniform is not required. And in some professionals like detectives, it is inappropriate. It is inappropriate for a spy or a detective to wear uniform and walk through the streets. So this is a justification for the first argument. Now, on the other hand, the opponents of the aforementioned view strongly suggest wearing uniform in a professional area of work. Wherever they work in a professional area, they have to wear uniform. They feel this not only distinguishes the company staff from outsiders, but also creates a sense of discipline and professionalism. So we have merits of wearing this uniform. It distinguishes our company people or our department people from the other department, from our company people from the other company people, or from outsiders, or something like that. It also creates a sense of professionalism and discipline. Okay. Now I have to make a small editing here. They feel this not only distinguishes the company staff from outsiders, but also creates, but also boosts the confidence of an employee. So that's more appropriate there. So I have said it boosts the confidence of the employee. For example, a customer care executive in uniform can deliver her service better and more confidently to an annoying customer, whereas it becomes a tedious task for an employee in casual dress. So if a person is wearing uniform, a customer care executive, he or she can deliver his service or her service better than a person, than a same person that is a customer care executive who's not wearing a uniform. So she has or he has a confidence. Uniform gives her confidence. Uniform gives her power to communicate. Uniform gives her power to solve the problems easily, better. So this is what it is, not tedious for her, whereas it is tedious for the other who is not wearing a uniform. So in my opinion, the practice of wearing uniform brings professionalism and discipline, and this can eventually reflected in an employee's better performance. And this is what we have said. Professionalism and discipline is what the advantages of uniform, in my opinion, and eventually this can be reflected in an employee's better profession and better performance and productivity. Now, to conclude, though, there are a few who have difficulties in wearing uniform at work, and there are situations in which it does not suit. In most of the modern professions, it's highly recommended. So it's highly recommended because I have stated in my opinion earlier, it brings discipline, it brings professionalism, and eventually it brings better performance. And that is the end of the explanation here. In total, we have written 254 words, right, in the target. Thank you.